Yesterday, we understood Spark session is available in two modes. One is interactive mode. The second one is standalone application mode. When I say interactive mode, Spark session is implicitly available. No need to create the Spark session explicitly. On the other hand, in a standalone application mode, you have to explicitly create the Spark session. Then only you will be able to work in Spark. How it works practically. So let us look at that practically in Spark. Okay. So now I have already installed the Spark long back in Linux. Okay. Run that for my practical purposes. Okay. I know for all of you, I have made you guys to install it in Windows. The reason being, since it is a Microsoft Fabric course, mostly we will be in the Windows. Okay. That is the reason I awarded you guys to install the Oracle virtual machine. Then within that Ubuntu, within that Spark. Okay. So no need to worry. I will demonstrate to you in Linux, except here and there in terms of path and all the other things will be same in Windows as well when you are working with the Spark in Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So now I will demonstrate the implicit mode. Okay. Is everybody able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What do you guys see?
It's a terminal.
Terminal. There is a picture of your favorite heroine, Vinith.
Yes, sir. I can see that.
I can see that. Good one. Okay. Okay. Is everybody able to see the terminal as our Vinith said? You guys are able to see it?
Yes.
Okay.
Sir.
Now, what I'll do is I'll say PySpark here. Let us see what happens. Okay. Since I installed the Spark a little bit long back, my version is 3.5.2. Maybe some of you would have installed the 4.0. Okay. So I need to upgrade myself. Now, can somebody observe this and tell me what is happening here based on what we discussed earlier?
It's supporting Java language.
Very good. That is one thing. Anything else apart from that?
Is it interactive shell, sir?
Yes, it is interactive shell. Okay. So in interactive shell, what should happen?
It the Spark sections implicitly acts actually.
Okay. Anything else from anyone?
We can
It is
write the
going to test
code,
the
sir.
versions.
Okay. One
It
at a
is
time,
going
please.
to give all the informations about the version.
Okay. What I wanted to demonstrate here is Spark session is implicitly available here, like a Spark. Okay, you guys are getting it, right? Spark session is available implicitly. You can see Spark session is available as a Spark. Okay, so to demonstrate, just let me write something. My range, let us say if it works or not. Don't worry about this at the moment. Just be with me. I am here to teach some of these things. For now, I am trying to demonstrate. Okay, so I ran some code. Okay, what is that? I will explain you later. But did I do anything else before I kind of executed this? Did I do anything else? I
No,
just,
sir.
yeah, I just invoked the Spark by saying PySpark. Okay, and I immediately started writing code and it started working. Okay, now what I will do is let me open one more terminal and open the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, now I opened the Jupyter Notebook and this is already configured to work with Spark. So what I will do is,
Sir, I have a question.
yeah, please go ahead.
Sir, terminal means that command prompt, right?
Yes, yes. Command prompt is nothing but a terminal. You are absolutely right. Yes. Okay. One
thank
more terminology for command prompt is terminal. Basically, in Linux, we call it the terminal. Okay. terminal, command prompt,
Okay.
both of them mean same. Okay, very good.
Okay, sir.
Okay, now I copy the code which is already worked in my terminal. We are saying interactive mode is nothing but when we work on a terminal, it is nothing but a interactive mode. And I'll come back here and I will try to paste this guy. Okay, let me execute this. Okay, what is it saying, Malini?
That session is not initiated.
Absolutely, but you added it. But what is it saying exactly here?
Spark is not defined.
Spark is
The
not defined.
session is
Yes. So what do we need to do here, Anna?
So we have to call for Spark.
We need to create a Spark session explicitly here. Okay. So what I will do is I will create a Spark session explicitly. Everybody is able to see my Jupyter Notebook screen, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first I will say from PySpark. Okay. It's equal. Okay. This is the first thing I will do. Then I will also create a Spark session. I will import the session first and I'll create a Spark session. The way I do it is say Spark session. Okay. Then dot builder. What is this? If you guys are interested, I think it is there in my detailed video, or you can just explore further. But for now, all you need to know is you need to explicitly create the Spark session when you are working in a standalone application. Okay. This is just I'm giving a dummy value in this case. Okay, because I just want to show you all these things need to be, especially in this, in the line which I am typing, that config one. Okay. And then I'll say get R. Okay. So first I will run this. Okay. Then I will run this. Okay. So now Spark session is available. Okay. Ignore that warning. There are warnings. Okay. Now let me see if it runs or not. Okay. It didn't throw any message, right? So let me go ahead. Okay. It started working now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Right. So there are two modes. Interactive mode, as our Shabna is saying, it can be command prompt or a terminal. The Spark session is implicitly available. We didn't create a Spark session. Okay. The moment we invoke type by Spark session is implicitly available. In the standalone application, we have to explicitly create the Spark session. Okay, remember that. But when you are working in a Databricks in the notebook, so the Spark session is implicitly available there. That is one more very important thing you have to remember. Okay. Clear now? Crystal clear? Any questions here? Shabna, Parveen, Hannah, Malini, Mutminal?
Yes.
No,
Clear,
sir.
right?
here.
Clear.
Master local is like, are we connecting with the master
Here-
data? Is it something
No,
like
no. It is not like that.
na-
Basically, local
Okay.
here, we are running the Spark in this local machine. There are no clusters here. Okay. Master and the executors, everything is there in the same system. That's what it means. If it is a cluster, we have to provide the cluster there. Okay.
Sir, is it mandatory to write the forward slashes there?
Yeah, if you don't write, the forward slash includes the new line. Okay. Ideally, whenever you're writing, you have to write this dot should come here. Right. In order to have a better readability, I'm bringing them down. You have to give them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If it is a continuous, it is a different line, it is not required. For example, here, I'll say I'll write one more thing. Okay. I'll say from PySpark dot SQL dot functions. This line is different from this line. Okay. In that case, it is not required. Right? But this whole thing is a continuous one line. Because after master, it should be dot app name. Okay. In that case, you have to provide a slash here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Wonderful. So tomorrow before you come to the class, you have to try this. Okay. Invoke the Spark in a command prompt and execute this code. Okay. Take a picture of this one, or rather, let me bring it. Okay. Because I don't know whether by the time you want to try, whether the video will be uploaded or not. Take a picture of this. Done? Did you guys take a picture of this?
So,
Okay. Now let me bring in the Jupyter notebook. Okay. Take a picture of this also. This is not required for now. So after creating the Spark session, you have to run this. Okay. Take a picture of this also. Fine. Take a picture.
so the
Yes,
Spark
yes.
session code I want to take. Can you please show me the,
This
yeah,
one? Yeah. Okay.
this one, yeah, session.
Sir, I have a question.
Please go ahead.
Sir, from PySpark.sql.function import star. In that way, we are importing all the functions, right?
What you said is right. All the inbuilt functions we are importing from that.
Sir, each and every time, do we want to create a Spark session, sir?
No,
in the-
once you create, that is enough.
Okay.
That will be there. Okay.
If I again create a new folder, if I want to work tomorrow or day after tomorrow, that
Yeah.
time I want to create it, or this
Yeah.
is
See,
enough?
whenever this is see, for example, in that, let us say if you say new, okay,
Yeah.
and create this one, in this you have to create a new. Okay. But let us say if you're using the same thing, okay, then you have to run these two things, then carry on with the next code.
Okay, sir, understood. Okay.
Okay. So basically you have to create a Spark session for the Spark to work. As I said, Spark session is the gate or entry point
Yeah.
for any code to work.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. Like how we import the libraries for each and every programs, like
Library
that.
is this. Okay. Spark session
Mhm.
is one of this one. Okay. But this is how you are creating a Spark session
Session. Okay.
explicitly. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Is it
Sir, I
case
have a
sensitive?
question.
Come again, please.
Is it case sensitive?
It is. Any other questions?
Sir, so in both, by using the command prompt, that is interactive mode.
Yes, it is
This one
interactive.
now, both these we can write the same code. So
Yes.
what's the?
Yes.
I don't know whether you mentioned that.
No, I didn't mention that. Interactive mode is this writing a code will be cumbersome, difficult to write. Okay. But it is very easy to write a code here in this case in Jupyter Notebook. Okay. So after today's class, I will only use Jupyter Notebook.
So here we can save the code. Can we
You
save?
can
Okay.
save the code and you can open the same file tomorrow. You can do that.
In command prompt also.
No, you cannot do that. You cannot do that in a command. Once you
Just
close, it is gone.
we can view, we can
Yeah, we can
write
work
some
on that.
codes.
You can work on that. Yes, yes.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, that is the difference. Very good. Good question. Wonderful then. Let us move forward and let us see what is there. Okay. We understood about the Spark session. Okay. Now let us understand. We have something called Dataframe in Spark. Dataframe is one of the very, very, very important data structure to hold the data in the processing. Okay. It is a data structure to hold the data while we are processing the data. Okay. So one way of looking at the data frame is the table-like structure with rows and columns, and this is one of the important structured API. Okay, because it has a structure, you can see we have columns, we have rows. Okay, you guys got it? So data frame is one of the important data structure or a structured API in a Spark, which is like a table-like structure. Okay, that is data frame. Okay. So whatever the, now, whenever you are creating a table in your SQL or SQL, you need to create a schema first, right? Table structure, right? Okay. In the same way, the list that defines the columns and the types within those columns is called as a schema. Okay, I'm just defining what is schema at a high level. Okay, but your focus is on data frame, which is one of the important structured API or a data structure in a Spark. Okay, so let us say this is a, can we call it as a data frame? Yes, we can call it as a data frame. Okay, so here, because Spark is a computing engine for parallel processing, the data in a data frame is distributed across the different systems. Okay, it is distributed across the different systems which are connected over a network. Okay, the reason I covered all those things, whatever, like distributed storage and distributed processing, to make you understand this. Okay, so data frame, core data structure, which is like a table with columns and rows, which is one of the important structured API of Spark. Okay, then these things are called as the part of the data frame. Part of the data is called as partitions. So do you remember part of the data or chunk of the data is called as what in SDFS?
So what's sir? Repeat the question.
The question is, if you guys recollect, in SDFS also the large amount of data is divided into smaller chunks and it is stored in a different systems, right? That smaller chunks were called as what when we were discussing SDFS?
Programming model.
Data node.
128 MB.
Sir, data node.
128 MB.
Acha. Okay.
Block.
Blocks. Okay, they are called as blocks. Okay, in a similar fashion, here we call it as a partitions. Okay, both of them are similar. Okay, so whenever I say partition, is a collection of rows that sit on one physical machine in your cluster. Okay, so this is a cluster. This is a cluster. Okay, partition sits on one of the machines in a cluster. Okay, it is a part of the data. As the name suggests, it is a part of the data. Okay, so in order for the executor to perform the work in parallel, which we already understood, executors execute or perform the processing in parallel, Spark breaks up the data into smaller chunks called as partitions. Right? We already have discussed about it. Okay, in terms of SGF. The same thing here, in order for the Spark to process the data in a parallel way, in a distributed way, Spark breaks up the data into smaller chunks called partitions. Okay, when you say partitions, when you have one partition and 1,000 executors, parallelism is only one, because you have only one partition, part of the data. Okay, it doesn't matter how many executors are there, right? This is how parallelism works. Okay, so Malini, let me ask you a question. When you have many partitions and one executor, how does the parallelism work?
Many partitions and one executor.
Yes. What will be the parallelism here?
It is the vice versa of the first one. It will be only one, I guess.
Okay. Shabna?
So it will run within one system.
Okay. The way I have told you, Spark will have a parallelism of only one.
Many.
Okay. Many. Okay. Okay. Again, Spark will have a parallelism of only one because there is only one executor. So when I say parallelism, the processing of the data. Okay. Next question. Okay. Let's say 5 partitions are there, Malini, and there are 4 executors. What will be the parallelism here?
4.
Very good. Okay. Now let us say you have 10 partitions and 5 executors. Sharanya, what will be the parallelism, Sharanya?
1,
10 partitions, 5 executors.
5, 5.
5. Parallelism is 5. Yeah. That is how the parallelism works. Okay. See, again,
Okay.
I don't think for a beginner developer, all these questions somebody will ask, but I'm just teaching you so that you should know how this parallelism, how this distributed processing works. Okay. But when you start working as a developer, you rarely touch upon all these things in the initial days of your development. Okay. So we discussed about a data frame. Okay. Now let me come back here. Have you guys already seen a data frame? No? Not it? Okay. This is the data frame. What I created here is data frame. Okay. My range is the name of the data frame. Okay. I created that using a Spark session and inbuilt function called range. And this is one more function to name the column. So this is the data frame. Okay. Very, very simple data frame with only one column, some 10 rows. Okay. Does it look like a table X structure? It is a table X structure, right? This is the data frame. Okay. You guys are able to visualize what is data frame now? My range is a data frame. Okay. And let me create one more data frame for you and show it. Okay. Okay. This is one more data frame. Okay. So whenever I want to perform some analysis on any of the data, it can be in a form of files or it can be in a data in a database. What I do is I create the data frame in Spark by using a Spark session. Okay. And this is a data frame. Isn't it a table X structure? This is how many rows and how many columns are there here? Arvind, how many columns are there?
3 columns are there, sir.
3 columns are there. And here at least there are 20 rows are there. Okay.
Okay.
At least it's just showing. It has more than that, but at least so it is a table X structure. Okay. So data frame is a data structure to hold the data for processing of the data. Okay. So it is one of the structured API in Spark. You guys are able to visualize what is data frame?
Yes.
It is a table X structure. Yeah, go ahead.
So here, spark.read.format,
Mhm.
you have mentioned JSON, right, sir?
It is a format of the file.
It is a format of this file.
Yeah,
you,
this is
you
saying
gave
what?
one path, right?
I have stored that file in this path.
In the JSON format, okay.
Yeah.
The file
This
is, the
file
content will
name.
be in the form of JSON, right?
Yes. For example, let me. Okay. So I'll say.
Cat, okay.
Okay. So don't
Yeah,
worry.
okay.
Yeah, this is the file. This is the file which is in a JSON format. Okay. And I read this file by using a syntax and I created a data frame.
Can you please scroll to the right, sir?
Here.
The Spark. Yeah.
Okay, I'll do that. This file.
Okay. Okay. Actually, sir, the previous line, yes, sir. Here, spark.range of 10 dot 2df, right? You converted to 2DF, to the
DF is one
data
of the
frame,
data frame. Yeah. So see,
data frame. But
here
yeah,
there is no data file here. I am using a inbuilt function
the
to
range.
provide the
Okay.
range is with the function. It will provide a like
Number
numbers from
from
1 to 9 to this data frame.
yeah. Yes.
Here I am reading a file and creating a data frame.
Okay, but here we didn't mention anywhere like to convert the JSON to
That is not
DF.
required. That is not
So what
required.
I confused, sir. Okay.
Yeah, that is not required. Okay.
So whatever the file format,
we'll talk about that little bit more.
okay.
Okay. So this syntax only works with the JSON. If it is CSV, we have to add couple of more options. Okay.
Okay.
We'll talk about that. But now
Okay.
what I'm asking is, did you guys get what is data frame?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it clear? All of you?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So before you come to the class tomorrow, you have to do two important things. One is experience this interactive mode, the Spark session, and also follow the same thing the way I did. Okay. You copy and paste this code in your Jupyter notebook the way I did. It will not work. Then you create a Spark session. Then create a data frame called by range and see the contents by saying show. After that, I will send you this JSON files. Okay, these files. Okay, and by reading the file, you create a data frame called dflight and see that. Okay, so before you come to the class, somehow squeeze in some time. Some 30 minutes is enough to do this. Okay, and only thing is, while providing this path in the Windows, you have to give a Windows path. Okay, so wherever you have stored the file in that particular, if you go to this one here, if you click on this, this path you have to copy. Okay, you guys got it, right? Okay, so and wherever you are storing the file, you have to copy that path and you have to give the file name as well and create a data frame. Okay, can you guys take a picture of this?
This path we can own choice,
This is
right?
your path.
Okay.
So don't expect it will start working with this. Okay, wherever you are saving the file, right, which I'm going to send, either me or one of my team member. So you have to provide that path here. Okay, and also, okay, start discussing in a group. And if you find any, see, nobody is perfect. You have to, if you are facing any issues, put it in a group. And if somebody, let us say, assuming that Vineet has some issue, okay, post it in a group, and Parveen may have a answer for that. You can reply back to that. So that is how we learn. Okay, wherever the group is not able to reply, we'll take over. Okay, one of our team member will take over. Okay, is it clear what needs to be done tomorrow?
Yes, sir.